For those of you that have been following my Substack for the last couple of days, I am in the sunroom. I'm making this video to take a few minutes to talk about my upcoming book. It's called A Formless Fire, Rediscovering the Magical Traditions of the West. First and foremost, it'll be available to purchase on July 31st, and it's being published by Tria Prima Press. They have published some great, incredible books. They've done a great job with curating, promoting, and designing a catalog of works that has literally renovated a culture through the intersection point of esoteric Freemasonry. For instance, P.D. Newman's Angels in Vermilion, Jamie Paul Lamb's The Archetypal Temple, and more recently by Brother Nathan Schick, The Grand Communication. So I'm proud to be a part of this roster. The artwork for this book, like other Tria Prima releases, has been especially commissioned for this book by artist and Freemason Travis Lawrence. Travis does incredible woodcut designs and has designed a pack of tarot cards, or tarot trumps, called the Infinite Arcana. You should check him out. The book is given an explosive foreword by Jamie Paul Lamb. I can't say what an honor it was for his voice to open the book, and I will say it is powerful. Part poetry, part polemic, sets a fiery tone at the outset, which I find absolutely perfect for what I was trying to accomplish with the book. Unfortunately, we're not doing any pre-orders, but please do reach out to me if you want to do any bulk orders or if you want a signed copy. I want to talk a little bit about the book. I had Jake Trayer on the podcast last year, and he pitched the idea to me of writing a book for Tria Prima, and I said, sure, what do you want it to be about? And he said, write about anything. And so I thought to myself, if I can write about anything, I want to write about everything. Definitely a tall order. Though the book is large at almost 138,000 words and over 430 pages, it's structured so that the reader can pick it up and flip to any chapter. Want to learn about alchemy today? Great. There's a chapter. Want to learn the differences between theurgy and conjuration? There's a chapter for that. Want to learn about a secret angelic language that influenced hundreds of years of social and political development? There's a chapter for that. Want to learn about how early magical societies of the cloak and dagger age of occultism were influenced by an anonymous group of scholars who pledged to initiate the world? There's a chapter for that. There are also 8 appendices featuring practical instructions and commentary for talismanic magic, alchemical preparations, theurgic magical operations, magical energy work, and more. So, in A Formless Fire, I cover the history, theory, and practice of astrology and astrological magic, alchemy, tarot, and other forms of divination like geomancy and scrying, ceremonial theurgic magic, Solomonic and Goetic conjuration, ritual, initiation, Renaissance magic. The book essentially follows the thread of transmission of all these esoteric arts and sciences after their diaspora and migration to parts east as a result of the anti-pagan edicts of the Roman Emperor Theodosius I and the fall of Western Rome to Byzantium and major centers in the Perso-Arabic Islamic Empire. And we follow their reemergence in Europe by way of a clerical subculture of interest in esoteric or foreign works on magic. I also trace the textual and theoretical origins of the Western traditions to the Platonic and Pythagorean traditions, and even further back to Egyptian and Chaldean roots. The book examines how these influence Neoplatonism, Hermetism, Hermeticism, and early forms of Christianity, particularly Gnosticism. And it reveals the existence of a massive stream of commonality, not only in language, but in vernacular, in cosmology, in metaphysics, in ontology, and soteriology. A Formless Fire also examines the Rosicrucian, Freemasonic, and related currents which brought magic this far into the mainstream by way of groups such as the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn and its several offshoot orders and movements like Wicca, Thelema, other impactful movements, and how the lens of modernism and postmodernism really altered the form which a lot of these teachings took by the time they reached the mainstream through pop culture in what we would call the modern or postmodern era. The book then ends with an afterword on initiation and postmodernism. Closing thoughts on how the traditions can continue forward in each of us. I certainly could not write about everything, but what I believe I have rendered on the shoulders of great researchers, practitioners, and scholars like Dr. Gregory Shaw, Dr. Shannon Grimes, Nicholas Goodrick Clark, Arthur Versluis, Jamie Lamb, John Michael Greer, Benabel Wen, Christopher Warnock, Demetra George, all people whose works I have used as resources, and many, many others, along with my practical insight gained from many years of practice in the Western traditions, is a really solid entry point into the Western esoteric traditions that will give serious practitioners and casual enthusiasts alike a reliable and well-oriented understanding of the Western esoteric traditions, as well as firm footing should they wish to continue forward on any of those paths: astrology, alchemy, divination, ceremonial magic, Neoplatonism, etc. Again, the book is A Formless Fire, Rediscovering the Magical Traditions of the West, released by Tria Prima Press, July 31st. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. In Luke's.